It looks like this is the last chance to put money into the market. Now is your last chance, whether you have cash on hand or are still waiting. After this, we'll be in the banana zone where things get really crazy. Raoul, co-founder of Real Vision, has put out an crypto buyers need to know right away that this could be the last chance to buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the market as a whole before prices go through the roof. Pal thinks that we will soon be in the soaring banana zone of this bull market. This is the stage where crypto prices really take off. He thinks that this surge will happen so quickly that it will be hard to keep up. Pal tells buyers to get the most out of their crypto holdings before this huge move starts. He thinks that by the end of this cycle in 2025, the overall value of the crypto market will have quadrupled, reaching an amazing $8 to $15 trillion. Watch the videos to hear Raoul Pal himself talk more about his views and why he's so sure about the upcoming banana zone. The banana zone is the time when you move from macro crypto to crypto with a spring. Summer. It just so happens to happen at the same time that many of us are starting to feel like summer. In the summer, they came and answered all the time, "I know this breaks your heart, but some of us have to live this life. It's important to me." So that's the banana zone. Usually after the halving, there's a time of consolidation where prices are down 20% and move around a lot. Then they start gathering, and then they go crazy. Just to make sure we understand each other, let me show you a few numbers. To sum up, this is world liquidity. This is the world liquidity of GMI. This was in that thread of tweets. It's now a very bright chart. If you can't read it because you're colorblind, you're really stupid, but what it says is global liquidity in yellow. So cash starts to rise in the summer. Obviously, it went crazy in 2020 because of the pandemic, but 2016 and 2012 were good years for cash. Also, guess what? Crypto and technology both got better. After that, you fall. A lot of the time, the big fireworks happen in the autumn. Liquidity keeps rising until it reaches its peak in the winter. Those are the times when corrections happen or crypto down cycles. The best parts of the cycle are still to come. It's clear that the best time to enter was at the end of winter. During that time, I bought Solana and Ethereum. Then it's clear I switched. Aside from some small mean stuff and other bits and pieces, I'm pretty much all in on Solana right now. The Solana Bitcoin cross chart and Solana ETH cross chart look so good that I'm going to buy the thing I think will go up the most if my job is to make money. That was my point of view. You will see things in a different way, but don't get stuck in a story. Someone is telling you that this token from 3 cycles ago is going to be the next big thing, but you're still stuck in it. After 3 rounds, 2 cycles, it's not a big deal. It won't be a big deal. Try to make money. I want you to be able to keep this straight. The main phrase is don't fuck this up if you have a cash cycle like this coming up. Please use it. The Nasdaq comes next. Even if you're not into crypto, tech does really well during crypto summer. What an amazing year we had last year in tech. It was a long, amazing year. Things are going to get even stranger. Tech will come up a lot later when I talk about where this is all going and why you only have 6 years to save your lives before things get crazy. In business, on the other hand, autumn is the busy season. Things get really crazy near the end of the season. That is after the vote. Everything is the same as during an election. The years of elections are shown in yellow. Then, that usually happens in the years after an election. This means that money will flood into the system. There will be different ways to get it. That's for sure going to be talked about in the Real Vision chat room, realvision.com. I will never talk to you again if you haven't gone there. I'll say hello if you find realvision.com, and I'll be very thankful. It's also free. I'm also there to ask some questions. We'll go with Nasdaq crypto since you all love crypto. You're crazy about crypto because it makes you more money than anything else. I get it. That's the point. To make as much money as possible is the point of investment. In the summer, yellow is usually a good color. However, there were 2 rounds where autumn was completely crazy. The last autumn, in 2021, was not as bad. It's because the cash came in earlier in 2020. We don't know what will happen. But this is how things should go. This is a graph from Exponential Age Asset Management, the name of my hedge fund. So it's an asset management company that puts money into the best hedge funds in the world to ride this trend of the market cap, going from $2.5 billion, where it is now, to 10 trillion, 10 to 15 trillion, and then to 100 trillion, where I think it goes by, say, 2032 or 2034. This is going to be the fastest, biggest buildup of wealth in history. That's why I keep telling you not to mess this up. That's why I look at the big picture. That's the reason I don't trade around this. Let it do its thing. In this case, we say that it did its job. So we look at the bottom, the part with the biggest return, and the part with the lowest return. Crypto is the best performing asset in the world over the last 3 years: crypto spring, macro spring, summer, and fall. Fun. This is the asset that will do the worst next year in the autumn. That's what you get then. But if you add up all the gains, NASDAQ has done 769% since 2011. That's really cool. 17% a year? Well, Bitcoin has gone up 20 million percent, or 139% per year. Ethereum 324%, or 146% per year. And Solana, which has a shorter past, has gone up 8,300% at 200% at 200% at 200 year. These are crazy. This is a crazy comeback. These are crazy. This is a crazy comeback. You've had several down 80% in the middle of those, which is why even the big corrections, no matter how bad they are just noise. You're making between 140 and 200% a year if you just hold on. Solana is at 240%, and it dropped 94% in 2022. That's how great this thing is. It is a strange type of asset. I know I believe a lot about it, and I know that many of you are still not okay with it, but I can't help you see what this is any longer. Give it as a gift. That is the best gift anyone has ever given us. That's all there is to it. This is where the bananas are. It's called the banana zone because A, the map looks like a banana, and B, everything goes crazy. And that comes after cutting in half and putting everything together. This is what it does. Will it be the same? Is $300,000 the price goal? I'm not sure, but unless something big happens, it will go crazy. In Global Macro Investor, I do a huge amount of work on this. Is this chart showing up on the screen? It might not be. Okay. I think I'm running late. Because of this, I do a huge amount of work. It's thousands of pages of research that Julian Biddle and I have done on this. So this is just some chat and flip. Going forward, cash would go up. Liquidity can come from a lot of places, such as the Fed lowering interest rates and the Treasury draining the general accounts. The Fed could also lower QT, and the Treasury could offer China some liquidity measures to help them deal with debt deflation. They don't have any money. Japan needs dollars because their currency is falling apart. There are many chances to do things. Rates will go down in Europe. Rates will go down in the UK. There are a lot of chances to get cash. In order to get rid of industrial real estate from banks, the Fed might say, set up a special vehicle. Who knows? But soon there will be a cowbell. Keep an eye out for it. It has already begun. The banana zone is making a lot of noise, and prices are going through the roof. I hope that helps you understand what I think will happen next. Is it going to be great? Not at all. Does it snow here for another month or two? Possible. Does it end? When I think about the past cycles, I see that 2 of them finished in the 3rd week of May with consolidation and then went. The other one was in July 2020. But 2020 was strange because there was a pandemic in the middle of it. It was a bad cycle. I don't know, it's almost there. They are making wedge shapes that look great. It looks like everything else is fine. Another great thing about economic summer and fall is that you can pretty much take any asset. It is going to get better. For those of you who love metals, copper has done well. It's going to rise. Gold will get more expensive. Oil will work in the end. Right now it doesn't feel good. Stocks in oil will. Stocks in mines will. All plays with a cycle will. It's a great time to